Cordelia, the land where retired pirates learn to read, where the shark mafia rules the sea, where mermaids have a spot of tea, but most of all, where penguins find love. Howdy, and welcome to part 2 of Speed Building Cordelia. Last time we worked on the Farm Core Village. I'll go ahead and link the video up there for you. And I also explain a little more about what the plan is for this entire island. But for today, we're working on the ice area. This is where the ski lodge is, which is like basically a hotel, but in the mountains. And there's also like a nice bonfire area, campsite area, and then we go into the Penguin Kingdom, where there's just a bunch of penguins and ice stuff, I guess. A palace of ice, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so that is what we are doing today. Enjoy! First up, we have this beautiful mountain lake, and I just want to do something super natural here. Not like supernatural, but like extra natural. Because, you know, people are coming here on vacation to experience the mountains, but you need some nature. You're here to get away from it all. And then I'm also just filling it with butterflies to make it super magical. I kind of want to add glowing moss to this area, but I also kind of think it junks it up too much. Maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? Would glowing moss make it more magical, or is it looking nice being clean like that? And I just love seeing all the pine trees of different sizes. It's so fun. And then lilies of the valley for a little extra of that magic. And here it is. There are more butterfly models I want to add, but you know, I gotta catch the butterflies and then turn them into models. And here is the next part. This is kind of just the cozy area outside the resort where people staying there can come and have some time outside by the bonfire. It's gonna be pretty simple, you know, bonfire, little logs with mugs on them that people are filling with hot cocoa. Just pure cozy. And here is that stall, but I don't have the items for it, so we'll get back to it. And here's the area in front of the lodge. Just, you know, a place to chill and sit right outside. Lots of chill spots for all the patrons to enjoy. And now I got this stuff for it. A kettle filled with nice piping hot water and the marshmallows. And I am going to set this area in winter, so the snowman will make more sense then, but that'll be for the final tour. More of the pine trees everywhere and a nice swinging bench. As I said, lots of places for people to chill, including this beautiful hammock right here. And I do have a nice pier going into the lake, so some fishing equipment there. Look out, mammoth skull. I don't know why, I just thought it would be cool. Maybe the owner likes to collect things and he's just putting it on display, but I'm sure the weather would be awful if we're an actual mammoth skull. More tiny trees. And if you ever want to do these tiny trees yourself, you just need to plant a fruit next to them and do a little fruit sapling thing, and that'll stop them from growing. And then holly bushes and some mums. Mums are nice and like rustic looking, so I feel like they fit super well. And a turtle! I love the turtles. And there it is. Oh, I wish I was there. I wish I could recreate this in real life and have this be my like cabin in the woods that I go do with my family. And I forgot to change the exterior on my house. I'll get to that before the final tour a couple months from now. So here we are in the lobby of the lodge. I think it's important to have more cozy sitting spots where people can just kind of hang out, especially if you've been out in the cold. It's nice to, you know, cozy up, socialize a bit outside, talk to some of the other people visiting. And then in this corner, I'm working on the equipment rental, sleighs and skis. It is a ski lodge. And then just doing a little table with refreshments right there behind the lounge area. And then I also am making this little shop area towards the front, because I feel like hotels always have like tiny dumb shop where you can buy, I don't know, just little snacks before you head out or something. And deciding the rug. I was like, yeah, the big one looks good, but eventually I was like, no, I just want this to be cozy. And the Happy Home Paradise one is perfect for that. So there is the final build on the lobby. I might go out back and add some more wall things. For all these rooms, I might go back and add more wall things. Wall things are just like the last thing on my mind, and I don't like ordering them. Alright, here is our first hotel room. For this one, I'm going for more of a cutesy vibe. I have the log set with the cute blue cushions, which I think are so cute. And I also have that armchair, the patchwork one. I just think it's so cute. Anyway, I just want all the cute, innocent vibes in here while still making it cabiny and logical. Logy. Anyway, there we go. We even have a little board game for them to play together. I'm just like so jealous. I want to be there so badly. Especially, the falling snow wall. It's just... I have it in every room because it's so good. And this is another room. In this case, I'm going with the antique series just to have a different vibe. Maybe this is like their stateroom. This is where like the really special people stay, I guess. This room, I wanted to try having the fireplace as the first thing when you walk in. I normally put it to the right or the left so there's room for other things, and that really influenced the layout of the room. I'm not sure I love how everything is laid out. Let me know. Should I move the fireplace over so the bed isn't towards the front? Like, I don't know. Is this good, or would there be a better way to do it? Like, is it not worth it to have the fireplace in the middle? All right, and last hotel room to the left. This is log furniture, but not in the cutesy pattern, in the more what you would expect to see in a cabin kind of a thing. And I thought I wouldn't like it in this pattern, but I ended up being pretty pleased with how this room turns out. I love the vintage dresser. It's just a great another thing to throw out. And this painting is perfect if you're ever doing any snowy vibes type thing. I love it so much. And there's the final room. I feel like the painting just sells it for me. I really need to think to use those paintings more because I just don't even think, they're rare, they're hard to get, so. And upstairs, any good lodge has a breakfast place. You gotta love hotel breakfast before you head out on your adventures. And this place is fancy schmancy. They're gonna have some awesome food in here. Using the turkey day chairs, I just thought they were cute, but I think there's a lot of different chairs I could have used instead. And laying out our beverages, grape juice, orange juice, milk. And here comes all the food. I had fun cooking all this food. Because I was always like, when am I going to need like 4 different types of cupcakes? Why do they have so many options? And here I am using 4 different types of cupcakes. So it's wonderful. So to the right there, I have like a little hot chocolate thing and then like a toast area. And then over here is going to be your muffins and your foods. So the stuff, which also aren't good breakfast options. I mean, I literally have thumbprint cookies there, which probably shouldn't be having for breakfast, but maybe a little dessert after you eat your sugar-covered pancakes. Anyway, here's the final room with wallpapers changed out, and can you imagine the smell in there? Just everything so warm and I'm so jealous. I want to be there so badly. This is like selling me on opening up a hotel in the mountains. Anyway, downstairs, just like you need a bed and breakfast, you need a bar. You need a place to party afterwards, late at night. Just do a little bit of socializing. So I'm throwing out a piano. You gotta love when a random person plays piano. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. We'll pretend that this is just like one of those pianos that plays itself, so, people can't annoy other people with their piano playing. And I decided it looked better in the upper corner because I was going to put this here for people to play with, and if it was in the back it would just feel like so lonely. Front and center, it's like, oh yeah. And then I just tried to pull out bar food and a bunch of different drinks. So fish and chips, various beverages, and then pizza, you know what I'm talking about. I don't need to keep explaining myself. And this is the room that I just go crazy on the walls. I even want more things on the walls, but it was getting kind of repetitive. I feel like the one area I can improve in my designs is doing more wall stuff, but I feel like they don't give you enough wall items. But on the other hand, if you customized wall items with custom patterns that you drew, you could do some really cool things, but I'm just not willing to put that much effort in. Anyway, here is the final result, and I don't love it as much as all the other rooms, but it's still you can imagine people being here and having fun, chatting it up and things. Okay, and leaving the lodge, we come back out. Here's that pier I was talking about earlier. they can take a nice look out. Apparently touching furniture scares away fish. They're like, ah, you're looking at the lake too hard. Alright, and jump across. Now we'll be designing this area. Oh, I just love this kitchenette. It's so cute and perfect for outdoors. So I have that and a DIY bench so I can come out here and cook and do DIYs. Although it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I end up not using it that much. Sleeping bags are a duh for camping. And then, oh, I've always loved this campfire with the marshmallows. So putting it to use here. You know, laying out the Zen cushions. I'll probably go back and customize these later. I'm still waiting to get all of Sable's patterns. But, oh, and these flimsy fishing rods are just so cute. I love a good fishing spot design. I think there's a couple on the island. And then we're putting a picnic basket down right there. It's gonna be the stargazing spot. More beverages. This time some canned juices. And a pet doggy to be their friend. And I have marshmallows by the marshmallow fire. It's so adorable. I'm like overusing the marshmallow jar. But you know what? I love it. So you can't stop me. I can't be stopped from using my marshmallow jar. And then I tried placing this book and because it's not an item, you can't do a half spot, so I had to find the perfect full spot to put it in, and then it was right there. So, and here's just going in, filling in the bushes and the flowers. It's amazing how much they bring to an area. You really don't think about it, but oh, they just fill everything in, make every spot feel used. And here we are, the final campsite area. I love it so much. I thought I was over campsite builds and that I wouldn't enjoy them and they'd be all basic, but I really like how this one turned out. And jumping ship completely from the lodge area, we have the land of the penguins, ruled by Queen Tutu. First, we needed a floor so it could be icy year-round. Of course, this whole area is set in winter, so it'll blend better once winter comes. But for now, I gotta say, it's been really weird the past couple months having all these ice items on the grass, so having this path down is super nice. And a lot of the items in the end cover up any leftover green that's showing. So this is Tutu's throne room, all up in there. So I'm just doing something nice for her to look out onto while she's sitting upon her throne. And it's something that people can come and just enjoy the beauty of as they go to see her on her throne. Tutu's perfect. She was a random move-in, and then I was like, you know what? She's a polar bear. She's gonna work great in the penguin area. And then there's also all these polar bear statues, so it's even better having her as their ruler. I love it. And the seal fountain is also good. I wish they offered a few more fountains in game, but the seal one does match this area very well. And this is Tutu's yard. I had the biggest trouble because it's like, I don't know, do I do something queenly here? I mean, she already has all her queening down with her throne room taking up like a 16th of the island. Does she really need more in her front yard? Anyway, and then I'm just finishing off with some ice trees around the border. Well, finishing off all the ice items, that is. And now for the penguin residence. So Tex lives in that house. He runs the local tavern. So this is just extra seating outside the tavern. And we're going to have some more bar food. So fries, ketchup, soups, kind of a thing. Just stuff to keep you warm in the cold. Stuff that's tasty. Takes up a lot of room, those seats though. And Frigga, she runs the antique shop. So we're just going to have a bunch of antiques that are basically spilling out of her shop onto the walkway outside of it. You know, draw people in, let them get a taste of what's inside. I'm pulling out that scenic painting again because I just love it so much. And now to Tutu's area, which I mentioned before. I didn't know what to do, but I ended up deciding on just doing a nice chill spot for her. I might go back and customize the log furniture later. I haven't been able to decide. I like it, but maybe it would blend in better if it was the white version. That's the hard part about using ice stuff. When you put anything else with it, it just really... And as we've learned in our streams, Tex and Frigga totally have a thing for each other. So I thought behind Tex's tavern, it would be fun to have just a little spot where they hang out right next to the lake. So romantic. And I crafted these hyacinth lamps. I'm like, I know I'm going to need a bunch of these eventually down the road. And I still haven't used them. Maybe they'll make use in the mermaid area. But I just threw them out here to be a little something extra. Then moving on to the area right outside Boomer's house. Boomer is like a little conspiracy guy. He's living out on his own. So we're just giving him some supplies. You know, he can fish, dries them on his own, pickles things in the barrel or whatever. And here is the final thing. The whole nature areas right here with the trees. Eventually I'm going to put some bushes. Leaf just didn't have any holly bushes in stock this week. But I'm also wondering if there's like other items I could add. Is there something better than the hyacinth lamps? I feel like they should have some sort of ice lamp in game, but they don't. And I just can't think of anything else to go in that area. Maybe bushes is what will make it, but here's the whole icy area. I don't know. I still think I want to go back and add some other things. I just feel like it's so basic, but maybe sometimes it's nice to have some more basic areas that are just predictable and nothing too over the top. And here are the lovebirds. We're gonna go into their shops too, so you can see how their areas kind of reflect them too. Going into Frigga's house. There it is, all her antiques. Dang it, she has her DIY bench out. It is definitely a little darker than the stuff outside, but you know, same kind of just junk everywhere, oldish stuff going down. And then moving over to Texas Tavern, you're gonna see a similar look as what is out here. There you go. Although all the ice is like shining in your face. And that's everything, guys. With the ice area done, a couple weeks from now, we'll be moving on to the Shark Mafia area. I like this one. It's gonna be the first area underwater, so break out those bubble machines. But also, all the areas we've done so far have been more farmcore leaning, but this is gonna have a totally different look. And I am curious to know, what is you guys' favorite area? I think the campsite is my favorite out of everything I did today. But it's so hard to decide because there's a lot of rooms in the lodge that I also like, and the butterfly area is so cool, so I'm very curious what yours is. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and give a nice little like if you're excited for the next part, and I hope you have the loveliest of lovely days. See you next week.